Sometimes when we play Fanny, our cables look rough and it doesn't look good. But that's okay. As long as it gets the job done, you don't have to be perfect every time. And as long as we learn from it and keep getting better and better every time. It's not easy, but I'm gonna show you some mistakes and rough cables that I did so that you and I both can learn from it. So let's start with this one. I entered and initiated with 4 cables into Uranus and then eventually do some back and forth cables, but I didn't even use cable before the ultimate. Here's a diagram of the 4 cable sequence that I used there. If I were to do that again, I would initiate again with 4 cables, first skill, and this time I would cable to the turret so that I could chase Uranus whichever direction he would go, and eventually do a 2 cable into the ultimate ASA combo. So we went from this to this. Alright, next, we start with 2 cables. It was meant to be a 3 cable reverse, but the 3rd cable was delayed and missed the connection. Anyways, we converted into a 3 cable slingshot and a 4th cable just to reverse that one. And then we go back in to finish off Mia. It all went well in the end, but this is where it went wrong. The 3rd cable is too far out on the left side, that's why you missed all the enemies while cabling in. Alright, it's just a simple fix. You just need to fire the 3rd cable nearer to the edge so that Fanny won't miss the target. So we went from this to this with just one simple adjustment. Next up, we initiate with 2 cables, miss the cable there, make up for it with a double cable and another cable to the other side into the ultimate and cable out with 3 cables. Now here's what I think is a better way, apart from not missing the cables. We initiate with 3L cables and a cable to the wall, cable to the other wall, ultimate ASA, and then cable back to the wall. So we went from this to this. Next up, I initiate with double cables. 3rd cable to the right and 4th cable supposedly to the left, but it missed. So we're just gonna fire another cable to the left, a double cable to be exact, and another double cable to the other side. And we go back with double cables again and 3rd cable to escape. Now here's a more energy efficient way to do that. We still initiate with double cables and a 3rd cable to the right, and this time hit the 4th cable to the left. Then fire the 5th cable to the right side to bring us back, and the 6th cable to the left and 7th cable to the right. Then ultimate ASA before escaping with 2 cables. So we went from this to this. In this scenario, we started with a 3 cable reverse into the ultimate and ASA. And what I should have done here is to stay with the Lord and secure it. But instead, I went for Zask and Mia with a 2 cable and end up overshooting like this. Luckily, Balmond secured the Lord and I got a double kill. As I have said, securing the Lord is much more important. But in going after Zask and Mia, here's a better way. We just do a double cable towards this lone rock, and once we land, we do the ASA and then deal with Mia. So we went from this to this. In this scenario, there's a clash by the enemy red and we're entering in with a double cable. And with a series of back and forth cables and ASA, we were able to secure the kill on Mincithar. Now here's the mistake. I wasted 2 cables there before going in for the kill. This is how I originally intended it to be. Initiate with 3L cable and ultimate ASA and then cable out with 2 cables. So we went from this to this. In this scenario, I hit the minions while cabling, so I don't have enough energy to chase, and I got CC'd quite a lot, so I'm forced to use Retribution to catch up. Retribution could have been saved there if we just evade the minions by delaying the 2nd cable. And now we have enough energy to chase with 1 or 2 cables. So we went from this to this. In this scenario, we were able to steal the crab from D-Roth, went on to use the first skill, and then back and forth cables. D-Roth even at level 2 was able to do a lot of damage, but we were able to come out on top. The only thing that I would change there is to wait for the first skill cooldown and then do the ASA and then cable away. So we went from this to this. Even if your cables are rough and doesn't look that good, you will still be able to get the job done as long as you have good energy management. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. Click the link and see you there.